Hello, this is Stephen Hotchkiss. I'm just going to show you and explain, hopefully, make it easier for you to set up a WordPress site and also to use the new MarketHive WordPress plugin as well that's been built for you. Right, first of all, I'm going to set up a brand new WordPress site. Now, if this video lasts a bit longer than usual, I'll have to do it in two parts. Okay. So here I am in a cPanel. This is actually GoDaddy. So I'm going to search for the software that's already available to be set up. And on this particular cPanel, it's actually called this Installatron Applications Installer. But sometimes it's called Softalicious or software. Okay, so let's just go into that first. And when it comes up, I'm going to click on the application browser. And then I'm going to search for WordPress, and here it is in content management. So I'm going to click on WordPress blog. It comes up with a choice now. So there's the WordPress. It tells you all about it. And now I'm going to click on the button for install this application. Okay, now the first thing it does is gives you a drop down of all the domains that I've got available on this cPanel. So I'm going to choose this particular one. Most of the information to leave just default, obviously to make it obviously simple, really. So things like do not automatically update WordPress plugins. You can update to new minor versions and security releases. That's fine. So here comes up with the administrator username. So obviously keep the passwords strong, obviously, if I were you, obviously, for the installations. But for this purpose, I'm going to do this rather quickly. I'm just doing this rather quickly just to prove the point. So I'm not going to worry about the website titles and the website taglines at this stage. I'm going to turn off the two-factor authentication, turn off the limit login attempts, and then leave it on the recommended for the enable multi-site. So leave that as no. Okay. Advanced setting management, just leave it to automatic. So once if you're doing a real site for yourself, obviously decide on this authentication yourself at the time. Okay. Now I'm going to click on install. So the purpose of this really is just setting up a dummy WordPress site, just to showcase the WordPress plugin to yourself, really. It's not going to be a permanent website for myself. So you can see now it's busy installing and copying the database tables and installing everything. It only takes a few seconds for it to do that, and there you go, it's now completed. So here you can see that this is the WordPress site that's actually set up, pretty straightforward. And it gives you the couple of links. So there's the actual domain name, which is in this case it's aiymarketing.co.uk. It gives you the WordPress administration dashboard login. So I want to click on that now. It opens up a new window, and it basically logs straight into it. You can see that it comes up straight away with there's an update available. So I'm going to click on the please update now straight away. Click on the update now blue button to update to the latest version of WordPress. This takes a few minutes just to complete what it has to do. So once that's done, I'm going to change a few settings in the WordPress. And then I'm also going to set up and install a simple WordPress theme as well. Okay, so there's the upgrade completed. So I'm just going to go into look at posts, and there should be just a dummy post that's been installed, which is hello world. So I'm going to just trash that by clicking on the trash button, and then click on the trash button again, and then empty the trash. I want to go into appearances and themes, and the one that's installed at the moment is by default is the active one called 2015. But I'm going to add a new one, so I'm going to click on the blue button at the top, add new, and then I'm going to search for themes over the right hand side, and I'm going to search for 2010. And you can see that it's searched for them and it's actually brought up some matches. So here it is here, 2010. So I'm going to click on install button straight away, and then activate. Okay, so that's now live. So if I now go to the top of the screen and click on visit site, you'll see obviously what's shown by default now. Okay, so there you have it, a very quick website setup with WordPress. It only took me less than 6 minutes with all the talking I've been doing as well. So let's go back to the dashboard now. I'm going to go into users. Here is my user that I set up called admin. And what I want to do here is just add in a first name and last name. So I'm just going to type in my first name and last name, and then on the display name publicly as, I'm going to just select the format of the username. Okay, so Stephen Hodges will get displayed. Scroll down and click on update profile. Okay, so pretty straightforward that is. And I say if I go back to the site itself, you can see here that there's an about, dummy about page, which is just nothing in there really apart from a bit of text. But the home page is actually the same page as where the actual blog posts appear. And on the right hand side you've got the sidebar, which is just showing recent comments and archives and other meta tag information, and also of course categories as well. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, just leave that there for a second, and I'm going to head off towards the MarketHive website. I'm going to go into the leads section. Tell a lie, I'm going to go to the blog section. I'm going to scroll down and look for the WordPress plugin. Okay, there's live information here which tells you all about WordPress, and basically why we're doing this really, and also a few little hints and tips there about actually how to use it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create new. So I'm going to click on the button. I'm going to call the plugin. Let's call it plugin demo. I want to specify the site URL, which is exactly the same as the domain name where I've just installed WordPress. You want to just kind of call this WordPress title is not important. It's not actually used within the actual plugin itself. Okay, but it's just obviously for your own benefit really. In future, it might actually be used by some sort of enhancement. So it's always best to actually have something real in there for now. So I'm going to put in there. WordPress title is going to be MarketHive demo website. On the right hand side, these little question marks, if you hover your mouse over them, you'll see some useful hints and tips. Category, I want to say, if you leave it blank, it will actually default to the default category in WordPress, but it's always best to have specify one. So let's put in there MarketHive news, for example. Okay, post signature. I'll put in there something, for example, say you can leave it blank if you want to. It's an optional field. Optional, we'll add it as a footer to all imported posts. So I'm just putting here, thank you for reading. Okay. Now RSS feeds, they work in exactly the same way as they do in other parts of the system in MarketHive. You can just click in there and start typing someone's name. For example, I can start typing David, or I can Ogden and then choose David Ogden there, and I can choose type in say John, and then choose Don Lombardi. I can choose type in Roy and choose Roy. Okay, so I've got 3 people's RSS feeds in there now. I can also add in, say, Mr. Market, or let's choose Diana. Okay, number of posts here. It's a drop-down list of between 1 and 10. Be aware though that's as per the information on the help. You can specify number of posts per feed. So 10 from David Ogden, 10 from John, etc., etc. But there will only be a maximum of 30 posts to actually put into the actual feed. Okay, that really is for performance reasons, because we don't want somebody setting up an RSS feed with 100 people in there, and then specifying that many posts that the whole system basically grinds to a halt. All that would happen then is that the whole system in MarketHive, the bandwidth would go through the roof, and the cost obviously to MarketHive itself obviously would be very, very high. Okay, so these sort of limitations are there for a good reason. Okay, so let's just put that to say 3 posts per person, and then say click on the create plugin. Okay, now it's basically created it. So if I now choose MarketHive demo from the drop down list and click on the configure button again, I can see that there's all the information there, and I can go and change it and update the plugin if I want to. But what I want to do now is I want to click on the download button, and it's going to give a bit of information there again. Obviously I'll have a read of that, but it's also now downloading the zip file as well. Okay, at the bottom you can actually see it there, so there it is. Now that's been downloaded as a zip file into my downloads folder. Okay, so I want to go back to the WordPress dashboard, and it's a simple case of going to the plugins and then clicking on the add new. And so here, the top add plugins, so there's obviously a lot of choice here to have for new plugins, but what I'm interested in at the moment is actually uploading a new plugin. So I want to click on the blue button at the top of the screen there. I'm going to choose the file, and then it's defaulted to my downloads folder, so that's obviously where I'm downloading it. You don't need to worry about the name of here, it will actually sort itself out. So whatever it's called itself, here you can see that I've downloaded it a few times. And there you can see it's actually generation number 7 of this particular file. So I'm just going to select it and then click on the open button. So you can see there now it's put the name in there now. So now all I have to do now is just click on the install now button. There you go, to uploaded it, and click on the activate plugin, and there we have it. It's now installed. You can see it's obviously here, MarketHive RSS feed importer. Okay, so it's actually imported it and set it up already. Now one thing you need to do now as well is that as part of the plugin, if you want to use it, there's actually a sidebar widget. So if I go into appearances now and click on the widgets menu item, and we scroll down, we can actually see there's actually a new plugin, so a new widget being installed now as part of the WordPress plugin called MarketHive Widget. So what I want to do is I want to drag that and put it right at the top of the sidebar. And as soon as you do that, it pops up with a little text box saying MarketHive username. So I want to click on that, and I want to put in there my MarketHive username, which is in fact Stephen Hodgkiss, and then just click on save. Okay, now I want to go back to my blog here and then visit the site, and you can see straight away that it's actually put in the widget on the right hand side. Okay, and what you see as well, suddenly, what's all this here then? These are the posts. So what it's done is actually it's already scheduled the post to be ran. It should actually run it fairly quickly, almost immediately after you actually install the plugin for the first time. But it's also scheduled to run twice daily as well. But as you can see here straight away, it's actually already imported some posts. Okay, you look on the right hand side, you can see here the categories. We've now got the new category that is just set up as well, MarketHive News, and you can see there's now archives for lots of different posts there as well. Okay, so that's a short and sweet, but you can see it's very, very easy to set up a brand new website like this. Thank you.